Charities and donors in partnership provide vital help to communities in need in the wake of a disaster. To strengthen the bond between charities and donors, we surveyed charities and asked them what they wish the donating public better understood about disaster relief. Here's what they said.
It's important to understand that when an organization like the Red Cross or any other organization rushes in after a disaster strikes, there's a lot of preparation that goes into making that happen. So before we can respond to a hurricane, we need warehouses that are stocked with cots and blankets and other items. We need trained volunteers who can deploy at a moment's notice and know what to do when they get on the ground. We need communications, we need logistics, we need trucks that are fueled and maintained and ready to go. So that's part of the cost of responding to a disaster. Not just what happens that day, but what happens in the weeks and months before. And often donors see the food, but they don't know what went into it. But we're very proud that we keep those costs as low as possible. One of the ways we keep costs low is 90% of our workforce are volunteers. So we're able to deploy them, but we still need money to deploy them and to have them there.
I think what happens, and social media has played a large part of this, it's almost instantaneous. When there's a disaster, people see it right away, usually even before major networks are out there covering it. So there's no time lag. And so a lot of times people say to us, why aren't you there? Go, go, go. Animals are suffering, we're watching it, we're seeing it. And so what we want people to know is you can't just go rushing in. So we work with agencies, either municipalities, federal government. You have to get their approval, you have to get their commitment to work with you. You go rushing in, it can be dangerous and a lot of times, not great for the animals. So we have to take the time to get it right, to work with these agencies so we have a trust relationship where they know when we come in, we know how to come in, we wait till it's all clear for us to come in, and start the work. So it's important for people to know it can never be instantaneous, but let them know. I want people to know that we're there as soon as we can be there, as soon as it's possible, reasonably safe, and know we can have the greatest impact for the animals that we're trying to save.
It's an important concept how an organization is going to use the money that a member of the public is giving for a specific purpose. And so I think it's a fairly simple question if there's any concern about whether an organization is going to redirect funds that you intend, as the donor intend, to be used in a specific place. Simply ask the organization, do you consider this a restricted gift or not? If it's a restricted gift, it's not up to the organization to redirect those funds to wherever they may believe it's most needed. Direct Relief believes if we receive money for Puerto Rico, we are roughly akin to a trustee. We receive money for the benefit of people in Puerto Rico. And I think it's the controversies that arise sometimes is that occur when there's a specific request, a high-profile emergency, and then the money is redirected somewhere else. And we don't do that. I think it's important to avoid that being done. And I think it's important for the public to understand it's their call. It's not up to an organization to take money under the pretext of helping in a particular area and redirecting it to somewhere else. If that is permissible, restricted donations mean nothing at all.
We asked 68 charities what they wish the donating public better understood about charity disaster relief efforts. The most frequent responses focused on understanding the need for disaster preparedness and long-term disaster relief efforts. To find out more about the Give.org Disaster Relief Donor Expectations Report, please visit Give.org.